You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play. He had an opportunity to win that game at the end. But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us. I'm upset, but the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, here, welcome to the divisional round of the playoffs. Rams, Bears, gonna be an interesting game. No doubt about it. What is going on, everybody? Rocco, my man, what's going on? Deep Voice, MJ, Rosie Bennett, Star Party Guy, Big D, Dennis, what's going on? Latoya Smith, Ghostface Digital, Donnie, Fat Fist, William, Big Mix, PF Funk, Master Eagle, thank you guys. Logan Motorsports, what's going on? Vashawn, Broskis, Brianna, anybody I missed, I apologize. To see the Doll Princess YouTube is here. Royalty in the house. We roll out the red carpet for Nano, Chris, Tortyville, Lawrence, Ace, Marcus, Jeff, Blue Pill. Thank you guys for being here. Should be an interesting game. You know, that last game, man, too many turnovers by the Texans, man. You can't turn over the ball that much in the playoffs. You'll never win. I don't know who I think's going. I'm rooting for the Bears, but I think the Rams are gonna win. But miss you, bro. What up, man? Yeah, I couldn't come on early. I got so much family stuff going on right now during the day. I couldn't get home in time. There's a lot going on this weekend. Mike, what's going on? Sad loss by Texans. Can't turn over the ball 5, 6 times? It's ridiculous. Will Anderson was friggin' amazing, though. What's going on? How are you? Stafford sprained finger. We'll see how it affects him. Mayday, what's going on? I'm rooting for the Bears, but I can't see Bears win. Yeah, I think the Rams are going to win, but who knows? I mean, it is cold weather. That's an advantage for Chicago, so we'll see. Phil, you think the Broncos sign a veteran quarterback for the remaining time or just stick with their... No, I think they're going to just stick with their backup. I don't see how you could get a veteran in, get him ready to go, and be ready for the championship game this weekend. You know, maybe if they get through the championship game and they got 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, but I don't think so. I know the Niners floated around with it a few years ago with Phillip Rivers, but they never beat us in the conference title, so they couldn't do it. D Hart, thank you for Super Chat. Thank you, 500. Rooting for the Bears, but expect the Rams to win. Yeah, that's kind of what I think too. And thank you for that first Super Chat. CJ Prescott, he was bad again in the playoffs. If Josh Allen can't make a Super Bowl in a year where Mahomes, Lamar, and Burrow weren't in the playoffs, then I never want to hear him compared to Jalen Hurts again. Yeah, he blew his... That's why I think he was so emotional, because I think he knew he blew a perfect opportunity for him. Yeah, we interviewed Brian Dable. No surprise there. I think they're going to do their due diligence, you know? Steelers about to pull Nick Foles. Could be. So cold Chicago. Win going to come up later, too. See, the advantage I think the Bears have is they can run the ball. I think they're better at running the ball, you know? So, I mean, we'll see. Why not the Bears? The NFL's rigged. The Bears might be chosen. That's true. I saw some thing saying that the timelines are all messed up. And if the Bears win the Super Bowl, the timeline will be fixed. I have no idea what the hell the guy was talking about, but it was interesting. Yeah, Michael Clay returns. Swift is running all over these. The Eagles will not get a good offensive coordinator because of our prima donna quarterback. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it has to do with the coach. The coach giving up offensive control or not. It's snowing in Jersey. Yeah, it looks like it's snowing on the East Coast, man. I saw we were keeping Clay. I have no problem with Clay, but they need to invest better resources in special teams. Brian DeBall is, listen, man, a saltine cracker is better than Patullo. The Eagles next up will be a completely unexpected person. That signals that Nick is going to continue to have say in his offense. Ever since Brady wouldn't shake hands with Foles, I hate New England, and I'm rooting for whoever knocks them out. I think they're gonna beat Denver. So if I'm starting to look like a rematch of Super Bowl 53 Patriots versus Rams. Remember that game? Yeah. That was a horrible game. The new term for a turnover is a Prescott. Absolutely. Stand up at least. I'm not standing up for this game. Brian DeBall is not a good offensive coordinator. He's not my preference. If the Eagles don't get a good offensive coordinator, it will be because the candidates don't want to work with analytics support and Nick. True. I think any real offensive coordinator that can completely change the offense is not going to give control to Nick. What's going on, Elaine? I'm doing good. How are you? What's up, Hurt Season? Is the fridge? No, fridge isn't playing tonight. Sick of the snow? Not me. I miss it. I did, yes. I'm at home. I don't have to stand up. McDaniel's having a second interview with the Browns. Browns are stupid. They'll hire him. The Seattle us all old plays last year. They used all our plays from last year? Really? Interesting. So he was making Nico Collins and his tight end went down and his run. Yeah, that's true. But still too many turnovers, though. You see people were comparing Zach Robinson, offensive coordinator for the Falcons, to KP. So that means if we brought them in, there's still a chance to bring them. But they camped him. I don't think Atlanta uses Bijan Robinson enough. Rams historically stink in cold weather playoff games. When I was a kid, they would go to Minnesota and get crushed when Minnesota played outside. I think the Bears... Yeah, you could be right. I mean, the weather is a big factor. I agree. How about Drake May? Howie work. What do you think Howie's going to do? Trade for Drake May? You think the Patriots are going to do that? You're not going to do that. Go Bears, F the Rams. I agree. I'm definitely going for the Bears. Unfortunately, you're going to get a cold weather game outdoor in Denver, and you get a shitty game in Seattle. Yo, Philly 500, a Steelers fan in the building. What do you think will be our head coach? I have no idea. I have no idea. You tell me. You would know better than me. All I can say is that when the Steelers get a coach, they usually last 15 years. At least. Your late uncle, though. Rest in peace to your late uncle. We're rooting for the Bears today. I live in Chicago, an Eagle fan. These Bears fans, I can't stand. Let's go Ram. If you were suggesting that you were... I don't even know. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. I'm just going to ignore it. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Clark, what's going on, man? All right, we're underway. Bears going to get the ball. It's a nice return up to the 37. All right, Chicago goes first. What up? What up, Jazz? Who do I think the best remaining team? Rams. But that doesn't mean the best team's going to win, though. All right, Chicago. This should be us, by the way. I hate to tell you, it should be us playing right now. 1st and 10. Caleb rolls out, looks, throws, caught, first down. More, up to the 45 to 40. Up to the 30, to the 30, 29, 28 yard line. One play. Damn. 35-yard gain. It is hotter than hell in here. It should be us. Nick's a problem, the head of the thing. I agree, Marcus. I don't disagree. Here's a handoff. Swift runs right over a guy for 6 yards. Fumbles! He fumbles. Was he down? Looks like he was down. The Rams aren't even celebrating, so he must have been down. He's down. Yeah, turnovers kill. And that was a problem Houston had against Pittsburgh. That's not a fumble. 2nd and 5. Williams back to pass. Looks, throws. Oh, he dropped it. Easy catch. Don't think about how it should have been you. I can't help it. Drake May's 1 win away for the Super Bowl and having more wins than Dak at the same time, and he's only his 2nd year in the NFL. Ain't that crazy? Oh, man, you got to catch that ball. You've got to catch that ball. I know it's a little behind, but you got to catch that. 3rd and 5. Here's a handoff. And it's going to go for 2. D. Hartwood, thank you for the super chat. My grandfather was drafted by the Bears in the 40s. I'm invested in rooting for the Bears. Oh, he was? That's very... How come you're not a Bears fan then? That's crazy. But that's awesome, though. Very cool, man. Logan, what's up, buddy? What up, Logan? 4th and 2. 4th and 3, they're going for it. Bears going for the 4th and 3. Empty set. Let's see if they try to snap it or they're going to just throw them off. They're going to take the snap. Caleb looks, throws. Intercepted. Why did you... Dumb. They lost yards on that play. You should have just dropped it. Should have just knocked it down. Now Caleb Williams is grabbing his finger. Yeah, he should have just dropped it. No need to pick that off. Rams take over. For what quarterback, Williams or Hurts? Williams is 10 times the quarterback prima donna Hurts. Why do you keep calling him prima donna Hurts? What did he do prima donna-ish? Nick swears he'd give full autonomy to the new offensive coordinator. We'll see. Like, depending upon who he hires will tell us everything we need to know. There's been a ton of turnovers this weekend. It's been really crazy for playoff games. That's why it pisses me off the Eagles, because that's the one thing they don't do. Although Caleb Williams' interception to me is actually is better than incompletion there, because they lose yardage. $755 interceptions in the playoffs. 755, huh? Time to run the ball more, Bears. I agree. He broke a nail. The only quarterback that deserves a Super Bowl win is Stafford. Howie's given full control, not Nick. Nick is going to be a cheerleader this year. Reports that I read said that Nick was in charge of the interview process. Outside of your love for Mike McDaniel, who do you want to see as offensive coordinator? Cliff Kingsbury would be a great pickup. I wouldn't mind seeing him. Trying to think off the top of my head. Anybody else? Nobody else I could specifically think of. I'm not as big on the ball as some people are. I think he'll be all right, but I think a guy like if they hire like that Cooter guy, I think then that's a Nick guy. Like you got to be careful that they don't hire a guy that Nick's just going to do the same thing with. Well, Steichen's still a head coach, unfortunately. Now, I don't want Mike Kafka. I mean, he's not bad, but I don't want him. Pats are going for sure. I have a good friend who's a Pats fan, so I'm not as mad as I should be them winning. I think they're going to go. All right, Stafford looks, throws, incomplete. He goes right after Puka. Oh, they're saying that should have been roughing the passer. Second and 10. Second and 10 at the 15. Stafford back to pass, looking, throws, caught, Pakua. He's going to catch 9 catches today, easy. First down. He's going right after it. You got to. He might catch 15 passes today in this weather. First and 10, Rams. At the 30. Stafford looks, throws, incomplete. He wanted Williams. They haven't even tried to run yet. Are you going? I don't know. As of right now, I'm not. I want those guys to be loyal to the Eagles. Nick Foles is my pick. I mean, I don't know. Nick Foles is even considered. Winner of this game plays Pats is who I think so. Unless the Broncos do something amazing. Second and 10 at the 30. Stafford, high snap, takes it, looks, throws, caught, first down. All the way to the 45. Jordan Whittington. So who do you think is going to win? I think the Rams are going to win. I'm rooting for the Bears, though. I do not want the ball. I think the ball's like, you know. Who you draft? Jeremiah Smith well, Jeremiah Smith can't come out this year. He's not coming out this year. So if I could choose, it would be him. But he's not. I mean, he won't be out till another year. First and 10 at the 45. Handoff. Williams going to get about 6 yards. So I already accepted the fact that the NFL has already chosen their top 5 quarterbacks this era. That's why Allen never gets blamed for any losses, and Jalen doesn't get all the credit for his wins. Yeah, I hear you. If we hire McDaniels, what's the chances we keep him and dump Nick? I wonder if Nick's worried about that. Because if he comes in and does a great job, like what if he builds an offense around Hurts that's really good? It would be interesting, wouldn't it? C.J. Gardner-Johnson has the best look of any player. He's always in the Super Bowl NFC Championship game. It's true. Is he playing today? Is he back? Timeout. Timeout, Rams. Philly, you realize it could have been Eagles, Pats again? Yeah, that would have been interesting. Milt Williams playing the Eagles. That would have been interesting. Nick might. He might. Nick is on the hot seat. He has no choice but to hire Goff. I hope so. I hope you're right. I don't know if he's on the hot seat. I really don't know. You know? Would you be shocked if the Eagles draft their quarterback in the second round this year? Like they would never surprise me anymore. It will never surprise me anymore. 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line of the Bears. Stafford hands it off again. Williams going to get maybe a yard. We got a 3rd down. WIP reporting Nick is on the hot seat. Really? It's hard to believe. The guy takes you to 2 Super Bowls and wins the amount of games. It makes you wonder what's really going on. McDaniel likes his shades, capri pants, and he didn't come in no cold weather place like Philly. We'll see. I think none of that has anything to do with anything. You're just talking shit. If you want some real changes on offense and to figure out when Hurts can be, hire McDaniels. The ball is safe bet, though. The ball's all right. I mean, I think the ball's all right. McDaniel, I think, is really interesting. Because if you listen to him talk and the way he would build the offense would be interesting. Nick did nothing for... I don't disagree with you. First and 10. Stafford. Hands it off. Williams. Going to get about 8 yards. Well, I agree with you, Anthony. I don't know that he's head coach material either. You know, that's why I think he'd be a good offensive coordinator. What's up, girl? Stafford, 2nd and 3. Looks, throws, 1st down. Another crossing pattern. All the way down to the 15. Not fair. Nick did throttle down in the Super Bowl and give Cam. That's true, he did. I think AJ is going to be okay as long as we get a good offensive score. I hope you're right, man. I want to keep him. I have no interest in losing him. Rams going right down the field, man. Great blocking, yep. Show AJ. All right, 1st and 10 at the 16. Stafford going down the field. Stafford pump fakes, looks, throws. He's got a man. Oh, he just missed him. He had Parkinson. He had him. We get McDaniel, we put in the whole league on notice. Man, that's my thought. Rams coming out aggressive. Rams look good. Stafford's having no problem going down the field. Second and 10 at the 16. Stafford back to pass. Looks, throws. Gain of about 6. What up, Ricardo? How are you? Here we go. Yep. I don't care if we got I don't care if he got you here, but if they don't take out CJ Stroud, the Pats are going to hang 50 burger on Houston. Oh, that's old. Stafford looks, throws, caught, 1st down. Fabio Damer Super Chat. After game 5, AJ looked like he checked out. He did. He completely looked like he checked out. Eagles need to move up in the second round and draft John Mateer quarterback. You never look. I will not put it past the Eagles to ever take a quarterback early again. They're capable of it. All right, first and goal. First and goal at the 5. Stafford play action. Looks, stops, moves, throws it away. If we can fire Andy Reid and Doug, what keeps Nick from getting fired, Philly? I think just time. I just think time. I mean, Reid was there, 16 years? Reid was there a long time. No, Reid was there like 11 years, right? 11 or 12. Doug had a Super Bowl, and then he had 3 straight playoff appearances. So it takes time. He's not going to fire him the year after Super Bowl. But I would strip him offensive ability, the ability to call anything on the offense. Here's a second and goal at the 4. Here's Williams. Touchdown. Wow. They went right down. Six minutes, 33 seconds, time of possession. So who do you think drafted first round? What position? I think it could be a couple positions. I think it could be a corner. I also think it could be a offensive lineman. And maybe even an interior offensive lineman. You think about 23, that's a perfect place to take a legit right guard. And it's good. Nick needs to shut the F up and focus on a head coach. Keep his dumbass away from anything. I agree. We definitely need a corner. Saquon Tank in the backfield at the same time. Utilize talent and keep them guessing. Agreed. Hurts rolls right. It's over. It's like as sure as the sun's going to come out tomorrow. If he rolls right, it's done. It's done. Only heard so many times this year. It's so true. And a lot of times he bails to the right and there's no need to. If he just stays in the pocket or steps up, he's got to play. But he doesn't do it. And I blame the coaching staff. And I blame coaching for that. Yeah, Rams scored first. There you go. Yeah, something like that. Joe Brady is now being interviewed by the Dolphins. Joe Brady, if Joe Brady's an interesting name. Like, I would love to have him as offensive coordinator. No, he doesn't climb the pocket. And when he's playing well, he does. If you notice, when he plays well, he stays in the pocket, he steps up. When he's not, he rolls to the right. He bails to the right. And it's play over. And it's like they don't even coach him up on it. 500, how are you doing? I know this is going to be a great super chat. Who do you want to win this game? I think the Rams are going to win, but I would like to see the Bears, That's how I feel. But before we go any further, here's a quick word from Polymarket.
Are you sick of being robbed by the sports books? I am. Well, then Polymarket is for you. And what is it, you ask? Polymarket is the revolutionary prediction market everyone is absolutely obsessed with right now. Legal and live in all 50 states, instant trades, total control. You're trading against people and not the house. All right, so when we look at round 2 of the playoffs, the Birds not in it. There is one game that stands out to me that I really like on Polymarket, and that is Buffalo-Denver. And if you look, the Buffalo Bills got a 75% chance to win this game. I would love to go for the underdog, but I got to go Buffalo because I agree. So I'm going to put $200 on the Bills. I think they win this game. It's incredible. Everyone's going crazy over it. And the most awesome part, downloading the app with the link below and using my code Philly500 unlocks exclusive early access. Early access plus $10 completely free. No deposit, no card, nothing. Don't miss out and join the revolution.
Boy, I lost on that one. Right now, you got the Rams. After that touchdown, they have a 76% chance on Polymarket to win to the Bears 27. So you think the Bears are going to come back? It's a good time to put it in on them. You know what I'm saying? The Ball's interview for the offensive coordinator spot on the Eagles, it hasn't been posted yet. Yeah, I saw that. Philly, my mother-in-law is a Bears fan. She came to my house last year rooting for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I hope the Rams double moonwalk. I don't blame you for getting revenge. She was going for the Chiefs. Get revenge. I totally get it. First and 10 at the 20. Let's see if they start trying to run the ball. Here's a handoff. Nothing there. He lost a yard. AJ gave Mitchell his last jersey. AJ done. Guys, stop being delusional. Harold says, Bears luck is over. Could be. Jim Bob Cooter. Yep. Second and 12. Here's a nice catch. Move after move. Going to get close to first down. There you go. Philly, was there ever a time you all liked Petullo's signing? I mean, I didn't like really the offensive coordinator spot going to him. Him being a passing game coordinator, I didn't even know what the hell that meant. You know, but like, what did he do such a great job as a passing game coordinator last year? We didn't pass the ball that great. I didn't like the hire. I didn't care that he was part of the staff, but I didn't like the offensive coordinator hire. Why would they let AJ go for one bad? I wouldn't, no. Only they're saying it because AJ wants to trade. There you go. 3rd inches, they're going to get a first down on a run. Ron says, just another yes-man type offensive coordinator. F all that. Nick will do anything to be part of the offense, shaking my head piece. That's what I worry about, too. You know what I mean? That's what I definitely worry about. Here's Williams, back to pass. Look. Rolls to his left. Throws. Oh, another drop. I don't think he's a distraction right now, no. I mean, not in the all season. If it continued into like next year and he still wanted to trade and all that, it could be. As long as Nick is there, we ain't going to win nothing. Nick Sirianni. Pain in the ass, isn't he? Second and 10 at the 31. There's Williams. Looks. Oh, I almost dropped another one. Seattle's got the defense. I still think if the Rams play Seattle, I think they're going to win. If the Bears play Seattle, I think Seattle's going to win. They finally have scheduled the interviews with McDaniels and DeBall. Well, McDaniel is coming. DeBall, I think, was today. 3rd and 1. Here's a handoff. Swift. Go, Swift, go. To 50. Down to the 47. There you go. We definitely need a tight end. We're definitely going to need a tight end. I wish we could get a guy like Loveland. Yeah, I like Swift. Swift signed in 30 seconds of free agency. Rams jumped offside. That should be a free play. Throw it long. Throw it deep. Nice catch, Loveland. Down to the 14. There you go. Sean, thank you for the super chat. Who are you rooting for to win the Super Bowl now? Chicago. I wouldn't mind seeing Chicago win the Super Bowl. I mean, we've seen the Patriots. If the Broncos could do it now with their quarterback hurt, that would be a great Cinderella story. So I wouldn't mind that. But other than that, Bears or the Broncos? Yeah, McDaniels is doing a bunch of jobs for head coaching jobs, too, interviews. So, yeah, we have to see. You just said about Loveland Damien. I know, right? Here's a handoff. Nice run. Nabuga, whatever his name is. Big run. 1st and goal. Yeah, I'd rather see the Bears win than Patriots. We've seen the Patriots win how many times? Can't stand Seattle. The Rams, we've seen the Rams win. Rather see somebody new. However, I believe the Eagles front office allowing Nick to pick the offensive coordinator. I think things go south, he'll be fired. It would strike 3 for Nick. Interesting. That's interesting. A lot of people think he's on a short leash. There's a handoff for like a yard. Seattle's winning the Super Bowl. Rams first. Rams, the white butt is going home lamb chops. Would you rather play Seahawks? Would you rather play the Rams or the Bears? Honest question. Next week. You want the Bears to lose? This game should be in Philly right now. Stupid Nick. Here's a handoff. Nabuga. I forget how to pronounce his name. It's 3rd and goal. I think the Rams can beat the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks can beat the Rams. I think the Seahawks will beat the crap out of the Bears. That's just what I think. Third and goal. The 3. Timeout. 32 seconds left. Yeah, that's what I figured that. I'm leaning more towards the ball. I won't judge him based on his time in New York. He really likes to run the ball. I mean, he's definitely an upgrade over. He's a huge upgrade over. What's his face? That's for sure. Yeah, he is. I agree. They got Philly pissed again. How the F did we lose that trash-ass 49ers team? Dude, we had no business losing that shitty team, dude. We should have blown that team out. No question about it. Third and goal. See, if 3rd and goal, they're going for this. They're going to run this. They're going for the 4th. You run on 3rd. There you go. Here's a run to 3rd. Nabuga, nothing. Now they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're definitely going to go for it on 4th down. Rocky, thank you for the super chat. A shame Tank didn't go get more carries. I agree. Philly Eagles should be playing today. Should be. All right, that's the end of the quarter. To me, if you run it on 3rd down, only if you're going for it on 4th down. So I think Chicago's going for this on 4th down. We start the second quarter. No, I have never eaten crow. I don't even know what the hell that is. Seattle and Pats Super Bowl, baby. Could be. Very well could be. I mean, Seattle playing home. Denver, no quarterback. Could be. Philly, it sucks that we aren't going into Super Bowl this year. It sucks big time, man. Big time. Yeah, I think we have Tank one more year. Yep. Broncos win the Super Bowl. That would be a hell of a story. AJ would have balled out for us if he wasn't motivated enough to play under a good offensive coordinator. Maybe. All I know is that the Eagles didn't do anything. They treated AJ Brown perfect. I mean, they gave him, he came, he traded for him. They gave him a huge contract. Then a couple years later, they ripped it up and gave him a brand new contract. What's he want? Bands, thank you for the super chat. What's going on, 500? I heard that Brian DeBoer has an interview this coming up week. I thought he was interviewing today, but yeah, he's interviewing real soon. McDaniel's going to interview. They're going to interview a bunch of people this week. We need a kicker. Yeah, I want the Philly guys on the Bears win so friggin' bad. I get it. AJ should ball out regardless. Laughing my ass off. What team chooses to ball out? Laugh out. No top quarterback. AJ just ass. Yeah, AJ, man. It's like, does he care about winning or stats? I don't think we have a cornerback 2 yet. I don't think they're currently on the roster. Do you think AJ's issue was with Nick and not Jalen? What kind of seemed the last couple of... Yeah, I think it was with the offense and how the offense plays. I think he knew it was destined to fail. And I don't want the ball either. I mean, he's better than Patullo, but I don't really want him. 4th and goal. I want somebody innovative. 4th and goal at the 3. Williams, guy missed him. He throws, caught, touchdown though. Moore with the touchdown. Wow. Nice throw. So, when they hire a new offensive coordinator, we're all going to be like, who? That's what I worry about. Imagine 8 Ball is better than Patullo. You ain't kidding. Need Becton back? You need a right guard. There's no question. And it is good. We got a tie game. I can't understand for my life why I didn't take deep shots on the regular conservative quarterback for S. Yeah, it's crazy. The running quarterback that refused to run was the biggest problem with the offense. Yeah, I don't know. I can't verify that he refused to. Everybody keeps saying it's like these talking narratives. Oh, he refused to run, and then they interview him. He says, "No, I didn't refuse to run. They don't want me to run." So who do we even believe? Let's trade AJ to the Patriots. Do you have any idea how stupid that is? They may win this year and give them extra weapons. Stupid. Yeah, I'm not. I have no interest in trading them. I hope Nick is watching the playoffs and knows you should have called a better game than Kevin Patullo. And if Nick had anything to do with the Eagles play calling, both should be fired. Let's go Birds. He did. He had a lot to do with it. He had a lot to do with the offensive philosophy. So they're talking about Stafford playing a lot of games in cold weather. He has. All right, there's a touchback. Anthony Perry, my man, thank you for the super chat. McDaniel is my favorite, but I'm cool with the ball. I don't want any guy Sirianni wants. That's Cooter, Kafka, and whoever. I hear you. I mean, the ball's like, all right, but man, McDaniel would be like, dude, that would be exciting. I would be, dude. You hire McDaniel, I'm gonna be like, I can't wait for football. How many years does Malott have left? Probably another 3, at least. You ain't kidding. All right, 1st and 10, Rams. At the 35, Stafford play action, looks, getting pressured, steps up, looks, throws. Intercepted. Oh, he dropped it. Byard dropped it. He dropped the pick. He missed. He had a pick. Jeez. Man, he had a pick. What up, Lauren Biggs? What up, everyone? What up, 500? I'm not really watching the playoffs until the Super Bowl. Fangio is pissed watching all these fraud defenses in the playoffs. He's like, it should have been us. I keep saying it myself. 2nd and 10. Stafford back to pass, looks, throws, caught. Gain of about 7. I can see Nick at the ball yelling at each other. Me too. We know how the Rams get down in the snow. That's why the Bears are going to win this game. Third and 4. Stafford back to pass, looking, throws. Incomplete. Nothing there at all. McDaniel, he'll have Nick's job in 2 years. Would that be something? Clark, thank you for super chat. Nick Sirianni is why we're not playing tonight. I agree 100%. Agreed. I think you're exactly right. All right, the Rams are punting. Here's the punt. Duvernay going to catch it and run it out. Gets away from one tackler. Makes a move. Good return for Duvernay. Nothing there. Damn. Both years they lost a wild card with the first time off his corner. It's very simple. They get a seasoned guy who was once a head coach. They need somebody that knows what they're doing. Talent-wise, it should have been us, but the offense was bad all year, so we don't deserve to play now. The offense was horrific all year, man. It's crazy how bad they were. It really is crazy. DJ Simo, thank you for the super chat. Probably the easiest path to the Super Bowl for the Birds this season if we had a competent offensive coordinator head coach. AJ's not going anywhere. Y'all could stop with that. I'm with you on AJ. I'm with you on the coach, to be quite honest with you. Clark, thank you for super chat. Stupid ass decisions making caught up. They caught up big time, especially sitting those players the last game. Sitting your players and giving away the second seed. What's up, Jim? I'm doing okay. How are you? BC Weasel, thank you for the super chat. I hope Howie brings back Sayamalu since he's a free agent. He looked solid at left and right guard. We always had a good offensive line with him starting. I don't know what they're going to do, but they got to do something with right guard. They got to do something, you know? It'd be funny if Barkley said no to the Giants head coach. I know, right? Yeah. Monken could be a guy too, but I heard, and I don't know if it's true, that he's going to end up in Baltimore. Nick surrendered multiple offensive series every game over a negative yard on first down. He did. Would I go offensive line or tight end around? It would depend on the best player available at the time. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably go right guard. I really think you need to upgrade. I think you need a really good interior offensive lineman. Now, if you could get like Mekhi Becton back, then I would go tight end. But it just really depends on who the player is, when we pick. But you need a tight end just as much as you need a guard. Bo, David Super Chat. Is Kevin Patullo still with the organization? He is. Currently, he is. And he might be back. Oh, man. All right, 1st and 10 at the 20. Caleb Williams under center. Play action going on a screen to Moore. And he's going to get nowhere. I'm not sure about the draft class, but if they can shore up the right guard position, that will help big time because Steen isn't it. And I've been saying this since the Super Bowl year. He definitely is not it. There's no question. Anthony Davis Super Chat. I thought that Monkey was headed up to New York was horrible. That's what I thought too. I mean, that's what the rumor is. Oh, KSF, man. Thank you so much for the Super Chat, man. Very generous Super Chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to read it right after this play. Williams back to pass, looks, throws, Loveland. Is that Loveland? He dropped it. KSF, thank you, man, for the generous Super Chat, man. I appreciate that. Nick's philosophy isn't bad. It just needs to accommodate creativity and much better play calling. Complementary offense with winning the turnover battle as well as possession time is definitely a good strategy. Nick just sucks at adjusting on the field. And I also think he does it to too much of an extreme. Like he's too quick to go into it. Like you have a 13-0 lead. That's not a time to get super conservative. 3rd and 10 to throw to Loveland, and he's going to be sure of first. But I think he also does it too much of an extreme. You have to know when to attack, and you have to know when you're okay to pull back. And I think he doesn't do that. I don't think he has a feel for the game. But thank you so much for that generous Super Chat, man. I appreciate that. The Bears are going to turn up in the snow. We'll see. Thing is Stafford has played, in his time in Detroit, he's played in a lot of cold weather games in the NFC North. So I think he's used to it. Here's a nice punt. They're going to go out at the 24-yard line. 51-yard punt. Damn. All right, Rams take over. Zero for the Rams is hurt. Yeah. Reich would be nice too, but he would be in full control of his career. I don't know if he would. Go Rams. Damn right. Rock the autist. Mike McDaniel is my preferred offensive coordinator choice. The ball may truly be more of an answer than McDaniel, not because he's better offensive coordinator, but because he is more of a developer and already has a relationship with the quarterback, running back, and head coach. I mean, maybe. I don't know how much more of a developer I think he is. I mean, we'll have to see, I think the ball is to me, the ball isn't somebody I'm going to gush over, but I'll be okay with it. Kind of neutral with the ball, really. You like Zach Robinson? Yeah, he was their first interview. Only thing about him is I don't think he runs Bijan Robinson enough. They're interviewing, but that's not a bad name. Philly Marcus is just he don't even care. Dude, he don't care about the Cowboys. He cares about he only cares about Dallas losing or the Eagles losing. So how can you actually think Jalen can run McDaniel's offense when it's based on quick reads? Oh, I don't know why you don't think Jalen can run quick reads. It usually the third. It's not the first or two progressions that people claim he has problems with. It's the other ones. If he's running quick reads, it's not a bad thing. But I also think you're assuming, and this is where I think people who are anti-Mike McDaniel are wrong. You're assuming that he is going to run the offense he ran in Miami because that's what he wants to run. But if you listen to him talk and you listen to all the things he talks about you have to look at the talent around you, what guys do, and develop your offense accordingly. So if he develops his offense with the Eagles based upon what they do well, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's time for Hurts, to stop trying to keep him in bubble wrap, keep him handcuffed, trying to say, oh, we can't have him make a mistake. It's time to let him go out and be a quarterback. And if he can do it, great. And if he can't, then we move on. But it's time. So that's why I like McDaniel. Because McDaniel's going to not just make Hurts better. He's going to make everybody else better. And that's why I want him. Brady, Eagles interviewed Dolphins passing game coordinator, hinting Daniels bringing Steph in. Maybe. That works for me. So if Howie Roseman will do his magic. God bless you. God bless you. Stafford looking, throws. Oh, he hit. He throws. Is it a fumble? I don't know. I thought that was a completion. Anthony Perry, thank you for Super Chat. If RG3 and Tua can run McDaniel's offense, so can Jay. Well, he's going to tailor make it for Hurts. He's not going to run exactly what he did with Tua. He's going to change it up. That's what I want. I want a quarterback. I want an innovator that comes in and uses them in a different way. Fabio, thank you for Super Chat. Brady said Hurts needs run fast tempo offense. I think he does better when he does. He always looks better when they go up tempo. Stafford looks, throws, caught. Oh, what a throw. Nice catch, nice pass. That was a hell of a throw. I think Hurts is better making reads people give him credit for, but him not using his legs definitely. I 1,000% agree with you. I 1,000% agree. Stafford looked, sacked. He got sacked. 500, Kellen Moore tried, could not. He went back to the same offense than he just to run. Your fantasy that Hurts can be made more than he is a fantasy. How many games did they, They went 2-2. They played 4 games. They were 2-2, and you give up on the offense? I mean, that's not fair to a quarterback. You got to give a guy time to adjust. 4 games isn't it, buddy. So I don't look at that and say that's a fair assessment. Nick just took over and freaked out, and that's what happened. Actually, what happened was the offensive line went to Nick, so we got to run the ball more. And they did run the ball more, and they were so effective, they kept doing it. It wasn't like, Jalen sucks. Let's just stop having him throw the ball. That's not what happened. But you played 4 games, and then they tried to change it? Come on. What about a Loeffler? Kubiak's interesting. I don't know if they would want that. Here's Stafford going deep. And it is incomplete. 4th down. Exactly. Barkley was that good. When they started running, it was like, oh shit, we got something special here. And they kept doing it. I don't blame them. There's a punt, fair caught at the 18. 17. Bears ball. Snow is always good, yes. Eagles request an interview with Dolphins. I don't think that's a bad interview at all. You know? I don't think that's bad at all. Not getting McDaniel, he wants to be head coach. I want to win the lottery. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Just because he wants to be a head coach doesn't mean he's going to be a head coach. That's why he's interviewing for offensive coordinator positions as well as head coaching positions. So we don't really friggin' know, and you don't know what you're talking about. He might have to be an offensive coordinator because he can't get a head coaching job. That happens. I want to win the lottery. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. 500 thoughts on us interviewing Jim Butt. Yeah, that one scares me. That to me is a Nick Sirianni specialty. Nick brings him in. Nick's gonna control that offense. I don't like it. What do you think are legit chances of really landing McDaniel? I'm really hoping to, but it depends. I mean, if he gets a head coaching job, then we got no chance. If he doesn't get a head coaching job, I think we got a decent chance. From reports that we've heard, if he's going to be an offensive coordinator, he wants to be either a Lions or the Eagles offensive coordinator. So there's a good chance. I mean, I think we have a chance. You got to do it, you know. I hate the Bears defense be doing our celebration when they get a stop. It really irks my soul, like the bottom of my soul. Yeah, I hear you. Nick scared. Well, that I can't disagree with you there. Can't disagree with you there. All right, 1st and 10. Bears, hand it off. Swift. Gonna get 3. I can't argue. I can't argue with that. Second and 7. Williams looks, throws, caught. And it's going to be short of a first. Tortyville, thank you for the super chat. 500. Did Balls Hall give the Eagles permission to interview Cooter? I think so. Him and Roscoe Pico train. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Wasn't he with the Eagles a few years ago? That Eagles fan celebrates 54 months of membership. Thank you so much. What up, Philly? Who you picking in the first round of the draft for our Birds, and who you resigning? I have no idea who we're picking. I have no clue. I can tell you a couple positions. I think guard would be nice. Cornerback possibly. Tight end possibly. We got to see who the best player available is. Who am I resigning? I'm gonna try to resign Dean. I'm going to make an effort to it. I'm definitely giving Jordan Davis a huge contract, and I'm giving Jalen Carter one. And thank you for your support. Sounds like a weird name for it, right? Jim Bob Cooter playing his I don't even know what they play, his banjo. 1st and 10. Here's a quick pass. Boy, has 3 missed tackles. I don't want him either. Does anybody know what number draft pick? I think it's 23. I think we're 23. The punter needs to be signed 100%. Second and 3. Caleb back to pick a run a screen. Nice. That's a great play. Munungai up to the 40. That's a great friggin' call. Great screen pass. He called perfect play. Damn if the Eagles ran a play like that. That's a great call. First and 10 at the 41. Caleb looks, rolls out, throws, incomplete. Leon Banks celebrates 25 months of membership. Thank you so much. These remaining teams remind me of the 2017 season. Yeah, I hear you. I could see that. Why can't we screen? Because we don't practice it. We don't try to run it. Of course we will. So you think the Eagles are, I don't think they're going to get rid of him, but I'm hoping that they're going to bring somebody in. You know what I mean? Swift going to get a first down. Nice run. You see how fast Caleb got that ball out the flat? It would have taken Hurts an hour and a half to get. That's true. And that's something they got to work on. Stroud hasn't been the same without Slow It. Sean Mims, thank you for the super chat. Sills guys were two machines. Sills guys were two machines. Allen and Stroud, did you remember Ellis is with the Eagles? He bailed for the Pats. Yeah. It's true. His guys got crushed. Third and 1. Third and 1, if I'm going for it on fourth down, I'm throwing a bomb here. Third and 1, if I go for it on fourth down, I'm throwing a bomb here. If I'm not going for it on third and 1, I'm running. Play action bomb. Then come back and run on fourth. We'll see. Yep, they're going to run it. They're not going to get it. I was hoping they were going to move on from McClellan. Sickler punt returns, trying to punt inside our own 10-yard line instead of letting belts. You know, I really think that the problem with special teams isn't the coach as much as it is the personnel. I don't think they don't get quality guys on special teams. They need to invest more into it because it's really important. And really, our field position was horrible this year. 4th and 1, they're going for it. At the 31. They're going to run it again and not getting it. Not even close. Not even close. Honestly, 500, all the coaches in the playoffs can run teams, plays better than Nick and KP, man. I'm sick of Philly about our lack of performance. Hope you're right on McDaniels. Yeah, I know. They're all better coaches. Rams stopped them. I wouldn't have ran on 3rd and 4th. I would have thrown on one of those downs. If the multiple request trades rumors are true, they need to move on from AJ because the immaturity will hurt the Eagles' chances going back to the Super Bowl. It showed in the 49ers game. I don't know what to make of that. You know, I don't know how to fix that either because his cap is so high. You just can't get rid of a guy like that. You'll never get the value on a trade for him. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping it's not totally true, and that they can. It's fixable. Why wasn't Sidney Brown returning kicks? Because every time Sidney Brown tried to get the ball or get out there and run, he starts kicking people. He starts jumping up, karate kicking them. He looked like the Karate Kid. The Texans defense looked crazy good, but the offense kept making too many mistakes. Too many turnovers. That Will Anderson was a beast. Will Anderson's a beast. Then they signed Clay to another contract. Shit makes no sense. He's a terrible coach. But watch, they will tell Parker go. They need to invest in actual return guys. Jim, what's going on? The emotional support bunny should get serious. That shit pisses me off. 2025 season summed up in 2 words. Positivity bunny. That should tell us all we need to know about the offense coaches. That shit was ridiculous. That was so stupid. The cap hit after June 1st would be around 16, 17 million. It'll hurt, but if they draft, well, Howie works so much, I believe they can go back without him. But what are you going to get for him after June 1st? Right? Because most teams spend all their money on free agency and draft picks. What are you going to get after June? I think you're going to get even less. Because teams aren't going to have the money and they're not going to have the picks. The draft's already taken place. That's a tough one. Oh, I agree. They need an elite closer, edge rusher. You ain't kidding. The edge rushers were non-existent in that game. They got shut down. All right, Stafford looking. Going to dump it off. Ooh, that was almost picked off. Flypart, thank you for your 5. If AJ walks, can we go after dominant tight end to move the ball? It would be nice to get a tight end, but AJ can't walk. He's under contract. You have to trade him. What the hell was the penalty? They called the penalty. I didn't see anything. First and third. Is it 3rd and 10 or 1st and 10? 1st and 10 Rams. Gonna get nothing there. Breaking news, the emotional bunny was jumped by a group of people wearing ski masks that reported that the bunny is out of the rest of the season with internal injuries. That's awesome. Second and 9. Stafford looking, throws, goes deep. Going to go down sideline, incomplete. Nothing there. What up, 500? These people crying about AJ. They haven't lived through Stinkston. Oh, Stinkston. And James Trash. You remember that debacle? I'm not ready to go back to that. 3rd and 9. Big 3rd and 9 coming up. Ugh. It's windy there, man. Stafford back to pass. Looks. Getting pressured. Oh, he's going to get hit. Sacked. Big loss. It's a big loss. Brisker's having a great game so far. Hey, can't forget about the Umbrella Man. Yeah, they were pretty bad. Never forgot about Trash, a.k.a. James Thrash and Todd Pinkston. Trash and Stinkston. Those were brutal days, man. And Fred X thinks he's something. He stinks. Here's a return. Duvernay up to the 38. James Todd Stinkston was the worst. Freddie Mitchell was better than those bums, and he was terrible. But he thought he was great. That was the thing with Freddie Mitchell. Like, he thought he was legit Pro Bowl receiver. Oh, geez, it was horrible. Sirianni set up the bunny for the 3rd seed in the bunny hopping playoffs. Yeah, can you imagine this guy sat his starters that last game? And people said it was a good move, and you could have had the 2nd seed, you idiot, Nick Sirianni. It pisses me off thinking about that. Like, the arrogance of that coach to think that you don't need the 2nd seed pisses me off. If I'm too risky to trade Brown, I don't know if it's just attachment as a fan, but even so, dead cap and talent, he's still there. He needs a spark, and we can help him with that. He'll do. I agree with you. I think that's the safe play. Quez Dropkins is another one. Fred Barnett was great. I love Fred. Even Fred Barnett, Calvin Williams, they were great. If you think about it, the offense was just decent. We would have beaten the Broncos, the Cowboys, and the Chargers. Yeah, I'll even go a step further. If the Eagles coaches didn't go in their prevent offense against Denver so early, against Dallas so early, I would even say Chargers. I think you win those three games. I worry about Howie drafting a wide receiver. AJ leaves minus Devontae. His record isn't good. It's not very good. That's true. There should be no rush. That's interesting. Let me go to this. We need to trade Nolan for a 3rd. Get a solid safety through trade. Get Goddard and Phillips back and get an edge in the first and corner in the 2nd. We can move up and down the draft. Oh, you want to trade Nolan Smith? That's interesting. I think that's an interesting idea. Dad says, I'll be rooting for the Bears. I might give Caleb Williams crap, but man, can that dude he can throw. There's no question. He may have ugly fingernails, but he can throw. And here he goes back to throw again. Looks, throws, wide open, caught. Up at the 35. One throw. These teams go like one play and they're in field goal range. We have to go like 15 plays to get field goal range. It's crazy. Well, Nolan Smith was a disappointment to me this year. 1st and 10 at the 35. Williams going to run it. Nothing there. It was definitely arrogance. However, with that play calling, we would have been exposed regardless. We were outcoached, period. That's the difference between Quell Moore and offense and Nick. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. Look how wide open his wide receivers are because Ben knows how to scheme absolutely. 1,000%. Philly, how can a member get in touch with you if they've been blocked unfairly? A member should never be blocked. Who was blocked, Billy Gumdrops? The best way to contact me is yophilly500@yahoo.com. No member should be blocked. If that happens, I'll take care of that shit right away. And if you know who blocked you, I'll get rid of them as a member, as a mod. Because I didn't block anybody. I'm a Georgia fan. Nolan Smith disappointed in Georgia. He's disappointed here 2 runs. Yeah. Remember draft night? I know, it was awesome. If we hired former head coach, are we going to lose Stoutland and others in the staff? Just thinking. I don't think so. I don't think so. Notice how every team doesn't design multiple receivers in the same spot. Yeah. Have you ever seen Eagles have so many receivers all in the same spot all the time? Nolan's breakout years next year. These Georgia boys need. I hope you're right, man. We need Nolan Smith to break out. I'm hoping we can resign Dean. Football IQ is great. He's really good blitzer. Maybe Vic could run a 4-3 defense. He could have Buck, Hill, and Dean out there. I'd like to keep him too. This game is starting to look like last year Rams Eagles game. It does, yeah, with the snow. Nolan didn't have a good year, but the tricep injury stunted his growth. Yeah, I don't think that injury helped him. But you still thought he would have given you more, though. Like, I just thought it would have given him more. He would have given us more. Lawson is crazy disappointing, bro. Too many injuries. Production, dude, is awful. He had no production this year. I mean, Jalen Hunt was better. All right, 3rd and 4 at the 30. It's a big down right here. Williams back to pass, looks, throws. Loveland dropped. Incomplete. All right, here you go, 48-yarder. Good. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. It's not easy. If I have a question, why can't we hire offensive coordinator right now? Is it because some of the offensive coordinators are taking coaching jobs, like taking interviews? Yeah, well, I think they got to interview guys. There are guys who are interviewing a bunch of teams, and you kind of just got to wait. You got to wait it out. No, the camera panned way up there. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. Like and subscribe, mother humpers. Yes. The Eagles need to get younger on the O-line. I mean, Lane's older, but I mean, Landon's pretty young. Juergens is young. Steen is young, but I think you need to upgrade at right guard. Ringo, one of the best gunners in the league. Dumb fact. Yeah, he's a good special teams guy. I would move Ringo this all season to safety. I don't think he's a corner. He may be a better safety, and let him try to be a backup safety. And I would cut Sidney Brown. I'd get rid of Sidney Brown. What if we packaged Nolan, AJ, and a second-round pick to Cleveland for Miles? I don't think it would get you Miles. I don't think it's enough. I think they would want more. I think they would want at least first-round picks. We might need to draft the right tackle, too, because lame foot injury could be something. We'll have to see, you know. You move Ringo. I like Ringo on special teams. If we get McDaniel, it's going to be a quarterback. We'll see. The Nolan hate is like saying you would cut BG his rookie contract. Just saying I didn't say I would cut him. I just said he was disappointing. I mean, after the playoffs he had, where he had, 4 sacks in the playoffs, to do nothing this season was disappointing. How many times is Howie going to interview Jim Bob asshole? Just go get McDaniels and pay a head coach money and tell him, or that's a. I don't think it's Howie, man. I think it's Nick trying to bring in Jim Bob Cooter. Would you fire Nick for Tomlin and bring in a good offensive coordinator that offer came? I personally, yeah, I would. But would they? No, I would. All right, see what the Rams can do at 105 here. Bears are swirling right now. All right, we'll see what the Rams can do here. I would try to upgrade Jurgens and Dickerson because he's always hurt. I think Dickerson will be fine. Jurgens is legit worry. All right, Stafford at the 20. Quick pass. Caught Puka. Nothing there. Just a couple yards. Ain't going to do much on that way. Stafford back to pass. Looks, throws. Caught. Oh, what a catch. Higbee with a big catch. All right. Rams call timeout. Leon Banks, thank you for the super chat. Who the F names their kid Jim Bob Cooter? Like, that alone is a reason not to be hired. I will be mad if we hire him. We would be the team to sign him. You don't remember Jim Bob Cooter, offensive coordinator, I think of the Detroit Lions. Oh, is he really? Yeah, that's interesting. You would have to trade for him, and yeah, that ain't going to happen. Jim Bob Cooter. Arthur, what's going on? He beat Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. First and 10 at the 46. Stafford looking. Throws. Caught. Nothing there. Gotta hurry. Rams final timeout. Why MCMB, thank you for the super chat. Would AJ for JJ be good in a workout cash-wise for us the Vikings? I don't think the Vikings would do that. I think you would have to give way more to get Justin Jefferson. I don't even know if the Vikings are even interested in trading him. So I don't know how realistic that would be. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6, Stafford. To 42. Back to pass. Looks, throws, caught. Williams, no timeouts, though. You got to hurry. You got to carry. Flag comes down with 18 seconds left. It's going to be on the Bears. Wow, personal foul, Bears. 99 Dexter Sr. after the play. That's 15 yards. Oh, he knocked the center down. All right, 18 seconds left. No timeouts. I think that's a bullshit call. 18 seconds left. Rams are in field goal range. No timeouts. They're at the 14-yard line. They're going to take a shot at the end zone. Where's Puka? Stafford back to pass. Looks. Throws. Overthrows Adams. Can you imagine if Jordan Davis stays locked in with his fitness during all season, came in next season more of a beast? Yeah, and it sounds like he's that's what his plan is. I think Davis is here to stay for a long time. I think he's a beast. I love Jordan Davis. Love Jordan Davis. All right, 14 seconds left in a half. Stafford back to pass. Looks. Throws in the end zone. Throws it away. He's got one more chance. You got one more time. You got one more shot. One more shot at the end zone. Third and 10. Stafford back to pass, looks, pump fakes, throws in the end zone, overthrow. Fourth down, they got to kick a field goal. With 3 seconds left. Trying to tie it up. Reed Blankenship also sucked this year. They need to put a podcasting clause or a podcasting clause. They could. They very well could. 32-yard attempt. Wow, he made it. That was wild. And we go to halftime. Fade into gaming. Thank you for the super chat. I feel bad for Josh Allen. Was rooting for him because I'm not a big fan of Broncos because of Sean Payton. Patriot fans are just as worse as cowgirls. Yeah, they got to be feeling really good right now going into Denver. Elliott would have pulled that thing. Would have been ugly. Yeah, that kid. It was really ugly, but it was good. Jurgens, Kendall, Lampkin center depth is good. Kendall played well in practice squad limited season snaps. We need future right tackle and a guard depth there too. Fred may be worth resigning on a right deal. Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah, Bill should have won that game. Too many turnovers, but I think that was a catch by Cooks. They took away. Yeah, I kind of thought that was a catch too, man. Mike McCarthy off. I don't want Mike McCarthy. Josh Allen has literally no help. Khalid, thank you for the super chat. You missed my last super chat. I did. Let me go find it. I apologize. Here it is. And sorry I missed it. Here it is. Khalid says, what do you think about drafting Braden Sissy, cornerback out of South Carolina first? I don't know enough about him. I don't know enough about him to make to make a logical opinion on him yet. I'll say that as far as position goes, I think cornerback's got to be one of those positions that you got to consider because they definitely need a cornerback too. You know, question is do they want to spend a first round talent at cornerback? You know, because you're already going to pay Cooper, you already got to pay Quinion. Do you want to pay another, or are they going to go out? See, I tend to think in free agency they're going to go get another corner. I kind of feel like free agency focus is going to be on defense and draft focus is going to be on offense. Josh needs to leave the AFC if he's looking for a ring. Safety, cornerback, offensive line. The shooter was Jim Bob Cooter. Jim Bob Cooter. That's Nick's guy, though. That's the thing. That's what worries me is he comes in and he's a yes man for Nick. Oh. Josh Allen has no help, but he also turned the ball over 5 times, so he definitely shared blame and loss. Yeah, he definitely deserved to lose. I think he was crying because he knew he blew a golden opportunity to get to the Super Bowl. No Mahomes, no Lamar, and that's not going to be the case every year. I have to start with I'd like to keep AJ, but the only team that would pay up for AJ is the Pats because of the head coach Mike. Yeah, so we think. They might look at it like, well, we got to the champ. They might go, we got to the Super Bowl without AJ Brown. Why do we need AJ Brown? You know? I feel bad for players crying at the podium. Reporters are scared to ask questions. Allen straight choked that game away. Same as C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, I said it during the week. If he turns the ball over, they're going to lose. He turned the ball. He had, 4 interceptions? Like, 5 total turnovers on that off by the Texans today? That's crazy. Stupid if the Bears build that dome. That would miss the weather advantage they take in. I know, right? I mean, why would you not want to have a game look like tonight? I mean, this is awesome. They don't want it. This is stupid. If Nix wants to lose his job, hire another yes man. C.J. Stroud is ass. If Hurts anything like Allen or Stroud, 100%. No, I mean, I think Harbaugh's a good coach, but no, it doesn't scare me until they start putting talent on that team. They're so void of talent, and they've been drafting high for so long that until that changes, no, it doesn't scare me. Texas has been choking since Carr. It's true. I don't know yet, Sasha. I have no idea. Do you understand AJ value is not there anymore? Who's going to trade for a wide receiver that does shut his mouth when things aren't tough and doesn't show up with his team? I agree. I don't think people realize that the Eagles are going to get nothing for AJ Brown in a trade. The value is actually to make them happy. Seldom, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. How's your Sunday been? It's been good. Very, very busy this morning, but other than that, yeah, it's all right. I'm off the Cooter train before it leaves the station. I ain't right. I don't want anything to do with Cooter. He might have a weird name, but That's about it. That's about it. Yeah, I've been saying Jalen's healthy. Has there been season and Blackwell for Jalen Mack? I think they do, Caleb. I think you need to definitely think about a new kicker. I think so. They're showing Williams interview. Man, Milton Williams. So I've been working hard past 3 months, but I'm always watching the shadows. I appreciate that, the real Mr. International. I get it, man. I get it. The best thing they could do is get an offense coordinator who can get AJ to buy in and fix it. Exactly. Thank you. Yep, Milton Williams is back in the conference. Man, he's a beast. He's a beast. I will say, though, I was very happy with Ojomo's play this year. Give me the guy who needs a bump every quarter over Jim Bob Cooter. Jim Bob Cooter. Milton going back to back. I mean, they're playing Denver without their quarterback. I mean, dude, what a perfect matchup for the New England. They better not blow that game. Flag football player of the year. We drafted a Develt Williams and a Pat stole him. That's true. Yeah, I agree with you. What's the different play calling makes? Look at the Bears last year. Oh, I agree. Play calling is huge. No question about it. I'm so excited for this all season. Howie is about to go. I can't wait. But we got to get a good coordinator first. How about bring back Becton? Get the monster offensive line from out. Yeah, I would not be opposed to that at all. I won't forgive Nick unless we win next year. We always say perfect year, go back to back. Agreed. 55 Nick Foles trolled New England, telling the Bronco fans that they struggle against backup quarterbacks. Look it up. That's hilarious. He's not wrong, by the way. He's not wrong. They lost to Nick. What did you say, Rylan? 500. Which offensive coordinator did you say you wanted again? Coordinator? I want Mike McDaniel. 500. Does it bother you that Hurts rarely shows emotions on the sideline? It used to bother me more than it does now. Like, I just think that's his personality. And if that's just his personality, I kind of can accept it. At first, I didn't know how to take it the first few years, but I just think that's just the way he is. So it doesn't bother me like it used to. I've not watched The Boys on Amazon, no. Super Bowl 52 is better than 59 only because it was like nutting after fire. It was being a goat. Yo, Dedo, what's going on? Eagles just recorded an interview with Bobby Slowick from the Dolphins. Yeah, good. I think that's a good name, to be honest with you. I think that's a good name. Yes, you read it, how, but Fact 500, me too, just want to hear. Yeah, the Cootinator. I love it. Okay, just hear me out, Philly. Maybe someone like the Bills might be desperate for a number one receiver and trade away a first rounder. The cap hit would hurt for 1 year, but it frees up a lot of cap space in 2027. Yeah, I mean, 29. He'll be 29 next year. You'd have to show me where you get a team trades a first round pick for a 29-year-old wide receiver. You know. I'm on season 3 episode whatever of Farscape. It's good. I'll have to check it out. Slowick was the Texas offensive coordinator when they had a great year. Yeah, he's pretty good, and he's been a hot name before. So I don't think it's necessarily bad. I think they got something planned next week with him. That was my nickname. Cooter would have the Cooter. Jim Bob Cooter. What a name. You know a guy like that plays a banjo, right? You can't be Jim Bob Cooter and not play the banjo. I'm convinced he plays a banjo. You'll get comp picks for him at worst. Y'all could take a second round pick. They wouldn't get a second round pick for him. Brady would be proud. Nobody can new to the 500. When we bring in our new offensive coordinator, would you try to hire a quarterback coach that called plays before? It just depends on the offensive coordinator, what the offensive coordinator wants. You know, a guy that name is right. Sounds like a name of them long-term characters in Virginia. It really does. I work with a Cooter and live in the Appalachians. I believe it. Do you think his friends with Pizzle? Maybe. Probably lives next door. 500. If you're Super Bowl heroes at all, you would watch The Boys. It's not that I don't want to. I'm against watching. I just always forget about it. Howie robbery happens often. Yeah, that's true. I think we should think about Arthur Smith from Pittsburgh. He was A.J. Brown's offensive coordinator in Tennessee. He knew how to get him the ball. I think A.J. Like, the thing is that offense always struggled in Tennessee. Like, I want somebody that comes in and looks at the offense and goes, all right, this is what you've been doing. This is what we're going to do here. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to build this offense around Hurts and these guys, and we're going to use everybody to their best ability and build something. Build something new. That's what I want. Nick interviews offensive coordinator. Nick, it's a 3rd and 6. What inside zone do you call, right? Are you okay with me calling the plays when you're up 13-0 or more in the second half? All right, 1st and 10. Rams got the ball to start the half. They're going to run the ball on 1st down. J62 Moon, thank you for super chat. Nick can't wait to give his playbook to a new offensive coordinator. Shaking my head. That's what I worry about. 2nd and 3. Handoff, 1st down. Up at the 39. They better not hire someone, Jim Bob Cooter. Jim Bob Cooter, calling plays. Playing his banjo. I bet you he dips. What are the chances Jim Bob Cooter dips? He's got to dip. He's got to be dipping. First attempt, 39, end around to tight end. Yeah, yeah. I do have a sponsor with Fanatics, yeah. Fanatics Live. I do, Dubs fam. It's going to probably start running it tomorrow. I got one for the rest of the month. How come you asking? All right, 2nd and 10, Rams at the 39. Stafford looks, throws, caught. Is that Ferguson? Parkinson. Oh, cool. Thank you, Philly. Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. I'm going to start using it myself. But yeah, probably start that tomorrow for the rest of the month. Third and 4. Big third down to start this half. The Rams definitely want to score here. Stafford back to pass on 3rd and 4. Looking. Throws incomplete. Do it behind. 4th down. Oh, man. Birdman, Virginia Beach, thank you for super chat. EAGLEN, Eagles. Dubbirds. Hell yeah. Here's a 4th down punt. And it is about, oh my gosh. Did that go in the, it went in the end zone. Wow, they said at the 3? That looked like a touchback. Rogue, thank you for super chat. 850-500. If we see Nick's offense in game 1, the whole stadium needs to go on the field and demand Nick be fired. We cannot waste his talent. I agree with you. I agree. I hope they can resign Tank Bigsby. I have a feeling he's going to get a better offer. I think he's under contract 1 more year. I think he's here next year. Yeah, Tank has got 1 more year. Billy Bob Cooter. Jim Bob Cooter. I think Jim Bob Cooter hangs out with, what's his face? $500. Jim Bob does end up on your coordinator. We can't chant bang bang Cooter gang if we actually do good on offense. No, we can't. No, we can't. We can't. I can't do the bang bang thing. It's a Cooter leg. Oh god, the Cooter jokes in here are crazy. He's been here before. Slide right in. Yeah, he has. Billy Bob Cooter. Free agency is not like till March. Like somewhere like around March 14th, somewhere around there. Somewhere like 2nd week of March. We got a while. We got the championship game next week. Then we got a week of nothing. Then we got the Super Bowl. Then we got 3 weeks of really nothing. And then we got free agency. Oh my God, who names a child that? I'm sorry, I have to change my name. Jim Bob Cooter. Random, thank you for super chat. Jim Bob Cooter and Dick Butkus. are the best. They are. All right, Bears got the ball. There's a handoff Swift at the 4. Rogue, thank you for super chat. Hey, Philly 500. Every time I hear the coach's name, Cooter, I think of assistant coach in the Water Boy who had the Louisiana. I know, right? It's what you think of. No doubt. 500. Bills, tell me what the F the Dolphins have to do with successful. Tua is shit. 500 Bills. Tell me what the F my Dolphins have to do to be successful with Tua. You need to get a coach and you need to get a quarterback. That's the first two things. DJ Moore, nice catch, but I think he's short. That was a hell of a catch. 4th down, right? Third and 1. Caleb gonna hand off. No, he's gonna keep it. He's gonna get it. I think he got it last effort. Even if Hurts struggled at first, McDaniels seemed that would at least be able to run the ball till they figured out. A-Chain has averaged 7.8, 4.5, 5.7 yards with McDaniel. Yeah, he always has running backs. Running backs always do good. What about Mostert? Mostert had great success with him. I think it would help the run game immensely. I would love to see it. I would. 1st and 10, Chicago. Williams looks, throws. Caught. Moore. He's down. What are they going to say? He caught it? Incomplete. So the NFL draft is April 23rd. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ooh. Oh, he dropped it when he fell. What a throw that was. Am I watching the Olympics? No. No interest. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff. Swift. Swift cuts it back. He's going to get about 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd down short. Could Jim Bob, as the coordinator, take us to the Cooter Bowl? I don't know. I don't think so. 3rd and 2. Here's Swift going to get it first. And he's going to get up to the 29-yard line. 1st down. Rocky, thank you for super chat. We interviewing Bobby Slowick, Texans offensive coordinator. Yeah, former Texans coordinator. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. I don't think that's a bad interview, to be honest with you. First and 10 Bears. Handoff. There's another handoff. Swift. Going to get about 4. 2nd down. As an Eagle fan, hating the Bears don't make sense. We have Jalen Phillips and Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Well, you'll have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter for sure. Phillips, I don't know. But Carter and Davis ain't going anywhere this year. They're both will be back. But I would give Davis an extension at the end of the year. Like this all season, I give Davis an extension and Jalen Carter. 2nd and 6. There's Williams, rolls out, looks, throws. Oh, incomplete. Yeah, he has a great arm. Great arm. He got that ball there. Jeez. 3rd and 6. Williams back to pass. Looks, throws. Dropped. Dunze dropped it. Go after yourself. Thank you for the super chat. I'm out on the Olympics. More people should look into what the Olympics did last time. I digress. Yeah, I'm not. I have no interest in it. I don't know what they did last time, but I didn't watch it last time either. So, but yeah. Watching these games make me even more pissed we lost. We had it right there. I know. It's so true. All right, here's the punt. 4th and 6, 10-10. Here's the punt. And it's caught at the 24. I don't have a free agent I want right now. There's nobody I can tell you. I have to see who's available first. Too early to know who the free agents are. We know some guys, but sometimes they sign and then they get protected. We just don't know who's available. Hey, 500, let's not forget Mike McDaniel 2 years ago scored 70 points on Denver. So he doesn't ease up until after scoring 70. Better scheme than Nick. Oh, 1,000%. All good season is over. Let it hang out. Your gut, not your... Oh, my God. That's funny. Trade the farm for Myles Garrett. If Garrett's available, I would go for it. You know? Who's your tight end target, and do you bring back? My tight end target is Dallas Goedert. I want to bring him back. I think we should bring back one more year. It's being reported. I'm not surprised. The ball does really nothing for me. I don't love it. I don't superly hate it, but, you know. Rams about to join us on the couch in Cancun. They might. Jim Bob Cooter worked for the Eagles in 2020 as a consultant. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we have to bring Dallas back. He had a career year. Yep. So you gotta agree that Jackson gets cootered too much in the secondary? Yeah, he gets cootered. That's true. Old Adoree Jackson gets cootered. Yeah, me too, Danielson. That's all I keep thinking about today. What a waste. As long as DeBolt can tell Nick to shut up, we good. I don't know that he can do that. All right, 1st and 10 Rams. Stafford, hit, fumble! Oh, he got it back. He got it back. Right up the middle they came. Stafford took a shot. And he got the ball. He fell right on the ball. Jeez. 2nd and 18. Here's a handoff. Williams, and he's going to get half of it back to the 26. Stafford having a snow peak. Do you think A.J. Brown is off the and so should we just part with ways of him? He might have, but I would try to get him back. I try to get a good coordinator and get him excited about it. Carlos Davis Super Chat. Billboard on I-76 today. Philly loves Scooter Level. That's funny. 3rd and 8. Stafford looks, throws, caught. Nothing there. 4th down. They can't move the ball. Stafford can't take a hit. He's about to Josh Allen this game. Between Jalen getting benched and Saquon being squandered by the ball, still better than Nick. The ball doesn't do anything for me in terms of excitement. I mean, the only thing is he's better than Patullo, but, that's not saying much. All right, here's the return. Devin ain't going to get it. Fumble it, picks it up. Now he's going to try to come back, and he's going to get it to about the 21, 22. All right. If Ravens don't bring back Mark Andrews, could bring another. Yeah, that might not be bad. Leon Banks, thank you for the super chat. A name like Jim Bob Cooter. He has 12-inch. His name gives you man vibes. McDaniel would thrive as our offensive coordinator. I think I hire a new offensive coordinator tomorrow. Jeez. I guess. I don't know. I just envision him with a banjo. Yeah, California team's having trouble in that snow. What do you know, right? The Eagles requested to interview Texas offensive coordinator and current Dolphins senior passing game coordinator Bobby Slowick for their vacant coordinator. Yeah, great interview. I like that. I think Slowick is pretty good, so I have no problem with that at all. Yeah, this feels like the Cooter Bowl. Besides Seattle, none of these offenses look good. We would have been in it and competent offensive coordinator with a few players need to be focused. Oh, I agree. The Applebee burger looks good. It don't look like that when you order it, though. They always look good in the commercials. Then you get it and you're like, what the hell is that? What is that? That's not what I saw in the commercial. But you think you're buying the commercial. You ain't. That's probably wasn't even a real burger. It was probably a piece of plastic. These things never look like what you buy. Amen. You've been cootered. Chili's, though, they got some beast burgers. I haven't been to Chili's in probably 15, 20 years. I just know it never looks like it does on television. What the hell is this commercial? For watching that shit. Really good for a franchise spot. Have you had that burger specifically? Another defensive game. Yep. I look at this type of game and I said the Eagles were built for this. And we should be. The fact that we're not in it is criminal to me. All right, Bears got the ball. 1st and 10 at the 23. Williams, handoff Swift. Swift going to get about 3 or 4. So the guy emailed you? Okay. I'll check. Okay, looks so sidearm. Jeez. Williams throws intercepted. Picked off. I need a drink. He picked it off again. That's a big interception. Because they got the ball at midfield now. All them 10 maneuvers and no Eagles in playoffs. Shaking my head. Right? Eagles should have been in. Let me see something here. They're eat Chipotle. I had Chipotle like in 2000 and like maybe 2008. I haven't had Chipotle in probably 15 years. They had a documentary out about like like healthy meats and stuff, and they brought up Chipotle. I think that was like the only time I had it. Oh man. Why do these Tartar Eagle fans want to get rid of AJ? Do they not remember the wide receiver problems? I don't think they do. I think a lot of them are younger. I don't know why. What's your go-to spot to eat? Home. I don't eat out that much. There's nothing really good around here. I mean, it's not like back home, you know. There's nothing really great. When's the last time you had a Cheez-It? Probably 2 years ago. In Vegas, I had one at Capriati's in the casino. That was, I think, the last time. Like a really, really good one. A long time. Chipotle is good. It's not authentic, of course, but there's much better quality than you guys say. I'm not judging it one way or the other. I haven't had it in a long time. Stafford looks, throws, incomplete. Corbin Brad Pupper, thank you for Super Chat. Actually, sir, the Eagles should not have been in. We lost the practice squad at home. 500. Hold these casuals here accountable for their takes. I don't hold anybody accountable for their takes. It's not my job. I'm not the policeman of the internet. People say what they want. What do I care? All right, if you leave in California, you mean to tell me there are no good places to eat? Not, there's good Mexican places. But other than that, everything is very, chain restaurant driven, corporate. Nothing, no, I like mom and pop shops. I like places that are family owned type stuff. There's not a lot of that. Everything is pretty much big chain corporate type stuff. So there's nothing good here. I hate this. I'm just being honest. Stafford at the 50, got a 3rd and 10. Stafford back to pass, looks, throws. Incomplete. Yeah, right. I'm telling you. McDonald's has a beef company named 100 Beef, so they're able to put that in their pack. Huh. Interesting. Joe Perez, thank you for super chat. He goes, on the road to victory, COOTER, Cooter. Love my boy Big love you too. All right, they punting. Did nothing with it. Did nothing with that turnover. Philly Bree and San Diego. That sounds good. McDowell's? No. I like Five Guys. Yeah. Five Guys is all right. But like I said, it's all chain stuff. They just ain't got nothing I like. I gotta go home. Baltimore and Philly had a ton of good places. Well, yeah, of course. Just where I live, it's all chain stuff. It's all chain stuff. Even if something seems like, that I've never heard of that, it's usually a chain. It just all is chain stuff. I don't like it. Five Guys is very expensive, but I like Five Guys. I do like Five Guys. The best meal I ever had was between... Oh, I bet. Yep, Bobby Slowick. That's true. The person that needs me to check if they're blocked, I need the username sent to me. I can't respond. I don't have a username. So if they're listening and they have it, send me the name of the username so I can look it up. I'm not banning Bumper. Father, have you ever had North Carolina barbecue vinegar based? Yes, and it's good. We don't have pizzerias here. It's all chain stuff. All right, Caleb. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff. As we get close to a first down. They have good Mexican food here. They do. That they do have. But that's about it. Does my wife stalk my streams? No, she checks in though, but she doesn't stalk it. Email me the username and I can look it up. I can't look it up. I don't have a username. Williams throws call. Oh, nice throw. Corbett Brad Pupper, thank you for Super Chat. 500 with these Shanahan tree interviews coming out. The Jalen Iceberg start getting a comfortable timing. Quarterbacks are needed for this style. We shall see. Let's see who he hires first. What, you don't like In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A, Jersey Mike's a good place? No, Jersey Mike's stinks. Chick-fil-A, all right. In-N-Out, overrated. Way overrated. In-N-Out is all right. It's way overrated, though. It's so overrated. It's okay, but it's overrated. Five Guys is way better. I know, I stink. What are you going to do? Jersey Mike stinks, dude. That's some disgusting sandwiches, dude. Sorry. Chick-fil-A, all right. I haven't had Whataburger. In-N-Out's overrated. Jersey Mike's is horrendous. It's disgusting. No, I don't eat Panda Express. They do got a couple Chinese places out here that are pretty good too. I refuse to eat Subway. Jersey Mike's amazing near you? Not near me. I don't know. I eat that one time and that was like, that's it. Yeah, the saloon in Philly is awesome. Do I like Sonic? They used to have some coffee drink that used to be really good, but they don't have it anymore. 3rd and 1. Nothing there. Stuffed. In-N-Out is In-N-Out's overrated. In-N-Out's good. It's not bad, but it's very overrated. Wayback Burger I ate one time and I thought it was really good. Then I ate it another time and it was horrible. So I don't really know. Jersey Mike stinks. It's garbage, dude. No. Nothing. Nope. Sirianni's at the helm. Throw next season away. We need to fire Sirianni. He's a toilet on wheels. I hear you. Lazard, thank you for Super Chat. I just live outside Philly. How do you rate Wawa Sheets Rudder? I like Wawa. I even like Sheets. Rudders, I don't remember. But Wawa, I grew up in Wawa. My bus stop was at Wawa. And I literally spent a lot of time there. I never heard of Porter Subs. But I probably wouldn't like it. I can't agree with you more about Jersey Mike's. It's nasty. It's nasty, dude. It's nasty. So I have to tell them to not put peppers on my cheesesteak. That's a problem. The Eagles aren't going to blow out every team, win every game, and win dance through every year. No, but can we win 2 in a row? Sheets fell off, did it? Remember Heritages? I don't know if they even still have that. I loved Wawa growing up. I don't remember Rudders. Culver's, I know. I haven't eaten at Shake Shack. Jersey Mike's is nasty. Subway's even worse. Trade A.J. Brown for Jalen Waddle. That would be an interesting trade. Devontae and Waddle. I mean, I wouldn't totally cry about that. That's right. Exactly right. They do have Raising Cane's in California, and I've tried it. To me, it just tastes like chicken. Now the sauce they got, their house sauce is really good, but their chicken is just chicken. It's like they don't have Primos out here. I don't remember. I remember Wawa just selling a lot of things, you know. Nasty about Jersey Mike's. Bread's disgusting. The bread's soft and soggy. Disgusting. It's always cold. That's gross. And then you ever see the amount of steak they put in the cheesesteak? The whole thing is bread. It's like nothing. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. Those are just the top of my head. Cane's is for sure carried by their... Yeah, that sauce is really good. Even their lemonade I like. But the chicken's just chicken. You know. I'm a pain in the ass when it comes to food. Like, I'm picky. Kind of picky. I haven't had Zaxby's. Here's a handoff. Let's see if anybody can score this game. I don't eat Popeyes. I get salmonella poisoning if I eat Popeyes. I can't eat at those chicken places that put the chicken under that like hot lamp. I get sick. I can't eat rotisserie chicken. I will puke everywhere. Bojangles I've had in North Carolina, and that was pretty good. I haven't had Checkers. Jersey Mike. Who would like Capriotti's is better than Jersey Mike's. Like, I can't do Jersey Mike. I can't imagine if I lived in the Philly area, I would even go to a Jersey Mike's. I haven't had Church's chicken. Do I F with Red Robin? I've eaten there a couple of times. It's all right. It's nothing to write home about. I don't remember it, you know. I ate at Bojangles one time this past summer. And I don't know, maybe it was good. Maybe I was just starving because I've been in an airplane all night. Oh, there's a pass of Parkinson, and he's going to get all the way to 45. I don't live there. If I lived there, I would go there, but I don't live there. I don't live near there. I haven't had air steaks. I mean, Capriotti's it ain't the greatest thing either, but it's better than Jersey Mike's. But I wouldn't eat Capriotti's cheesesteak. I would eat they have like something else. I forget what it is. It's not bad. I agree, mom and pop shops all the way. Yep, when I go on a trip, I look for those same businesses that are everywhere. Mom and pops have the real... Exactly. You don't have that around here. Everything's franchise. Like, if I type in pizza places, I tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get Mountain Mike's, Pizza Guys, Domino's, Papa John's. Like, those are your only choices. They all suck. I'm going to buy one of those pizza makers and make my own damn pizza. Stafford, play action, rolls out, looks, throws. Almost picked off. Yeah, the Bobby. I think the Bobby's the one I'm thinking of. No, Bobby's the Thanksgiving one, right? That one ain't bad. I don't like Little Caesars. You got Scarpa's Italian Caesars? Nope, never heard of it. Wait, maybe I have. Scarpa sounds familiar. But I don't think we have anything near here. All the pizza places are here are the worst. Nothing good. Stafford looks, throws, caught. I got a pizza from places called it's like something in the town I live. And they're like, this is the best pizza in the area. It sucks. Sucks. They never heard of Sicilian. If I had an opportunity to get kids, I would have loved how to take them. When did we have an opportunity to get them? Stafford looks, throws. Nothing there. I don't know where. I'm sure there's somewhere that makes it that's probably horrible. You should be playing the Bears. You ain't kidding. We should be getting ready to upset the Bears tonight. I'm sorry. Why can't you eat? Why? Are you on a fast or something? You have blood work tomorrow or something? 2nd and 10. Stafford looks, throws, caught. First down. Bears saying they got the ball. Thought he was down. First down Rams. Runner down by contact. Let me see something real quick. All right, Professor Hammett, try now. See if it works. Here's a handoff to Williams. Nothing. Hey, Philly, if you want great food when on East Coast, try one of my favorite places, Shinjuku Station Revolving Sushi Link website. Check it out. All right, I'll see if I go. I'm not doing okay right now. It says get ready for Coach Cooties. Coach Cooties. 4th and 1. Drop the ball in the end zone. Let's see if that works. Gabe, thank you for the super chat, my man. If only Kellen stayed one more year in Philly, it would have been nice. 4th and 1, they're going for it. Here's the end around. They're gonna get a first, Pakua. Yeah, I agree. Williams touchdown. Big touchdown. All right, let me see here. Let's see. Whew. All right, should work now. Bears are exposed. Let's see if the Bears do anything now. Professor Hammond, I'm trying to see if you're showing up now. I added you as a approved user. Boring game. It shouldn't be boring down the stretch here. You look at the touchdown, Stafford and the Rams. Yeah. See if the Bears can respond. Still most talented team in the NFL, which is well, yeah, it's very sad, isn't it? All right, let's see what the Bears can do right now. You're living on good fortune all year. No way they win it. There you go. F. Hammond, there you go. I celebrate 47 months of membership testing to see if I can chat again. There you go. I don't know why it's not showing up. You're not on my block list. It happens. Oh, almost picked off. It happens every once in a while. Let me get you a mod. Then you don't have to worry about that. I don't know why you're not blocked. You weren't on the block list, but I had to add you as an approved user. So I don't know why. Let me see. Let me find you. I'm sorry you had to go through that, man. I didn't realize it was you. Caleb, second and 10, gonna run. He's gonna stick. Oh, he's got nice runs. Caleb's still running. All the way to 35. Damn. F. Hammett, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, thanks. Look like I'm back in business. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. You weren't on the block list. It just, for whatever reason, you weren't showing up. YouTube screws with me, so who knows? But you should be good to go. And you got a mod now, too. So thank you, man. Big first down by Caleb. First and 10 at the 38. Williams, handoff to Swift. And he's going to get a couple. Caleb can run. Bears need to run. Come on, running time. Yep. That's customer service. Yeah. All right. Second and 6. Williams, hands off. Swift. And he's going to get a couple. Third down now. What a waste of open playoffs. Next year, it's going to be so much harder. Even our division is going to be harder. It's going to be tough. I know. It is. Jalen Hurts would have been slid before the first down. Great run, but Williams' desire to win. Phil, are you and Joey not cool? No, we're great. As far as I know, we're cool. Why? Why do you ask? I'm out of curiosity. Why do you ask? Philly, I'm glad I got Devontae Smith jersey instead of A.J. Brown one. I hope he has a rebound year, though. Me too. There's handoff. Oh, he's close. I think he's short. First and 10. Oh yeah. We're just taking a pause on the shakedown till after the season's over, just because of time and stuff. But yeah, as far as I know, everything's great. First and 10. Here's Caleb. Looks, play action. Looks, now he's going to roll left. Look, throws. Incomplete. Come on, Rams, says Rosie. Yeah. We should get 2 more Super Bowls with this roster. I thought we had a good shot repeating, and then we got another one. I agree with you. I totally agree. Second and 10. Second and 10 to 27. Williams back to pass. Looking. Throws to the end zone. Overthrown. You might be right, unknown stuff. You might be right. Do you think the Eagles extend Goddard after the year ahead? I don't know. I would say probably not. Probably the number 1 offensive coordinator. Yep. I agree. I totally agree. All right. 3rd and 10. Big 3rd and 10 here. Williams back to pass. Looking, throws. Caught at the 10. First down. Wow, what a throw. Flag down. Wow, roughing the passer defense. Damn. Wow. Jared Verse with the penalty. Damn. Does anybody know if we can hire him after the interview since he interviewed with Yeah. You can hire him right away. If he's willing to accept it. First and goal at the 5. Here's a handoff. Swift is down at the 2. The dingbat cheesesteak, I like it. You think this era of Eagles will go down as semi-unaccomplished dynasty winners? If they don't win anything else, I think so. I think they got to win at least minimum one more. Otherwise, we're going to say that's the team that should have won a few Super Bowls. I would put it to Green Bay, where Aaron Rodgers only wins one and should have probably won a couple. Second and goal at the 3. Caleb hands it off Swift. Swift going to be down at the 1, third down. Eventually going back east. Hopefully in the next few years. Third and goal. This is it. You know this 2-down territory. Third and goal at the 2. They're probably going to run this again, right? There you go, Swift. Oh, and he doesn't get there. He loses a yard, half a yard, 4th down. Oh, shit. He went up. 4th and goals. Wow. This is it. This is the season. This is the season. Fourth and goal. Season on the line. Williams back to pass. Looks, throws. Incomplete. No flags. Wow. Wow. Wow, Rams in good position now. That would have been us. Drummer Jones, David Super Chat. How's it going? As always, go Birds. Go Birds is right. Take the points. They weren't going to take the points with 3:03 left in the game. So I said their luck dries up quickly. Well, you still got timeouts. So you still got time. You got 2-minute warning. Rams need a couple timeouts. Otherwise, they're going to have to give the ball back. If they stop there, they can get good field position. True. Yeah, the Rams need about 2 first downs. Call me crazy, but I would take the 3 points when it was 3rd and 10 with 33 with 6 minutes left in the game. Bears cooked. Well, they're at the what? The 2-yard line. So the Rams got the ball first and 10, 2-yard line. I think the Bears got all 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. There's plenty of time. The Rams gotta get first downs. Drummer Jones, thank you for super chat. Also, I think the Bills got screwed. Who we hoping for offensive coordinator? We want Mike McDaniel is what we want. And yeah, I thought that catch by Cook should have been called down. But hey, what are you gonna do? We got 874 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. Take advantage of the odds next year with the Eagles Super Bowl. Going to be lower, and it should. LA has to run a clock out now. They do. The Rams need about 2 or 3 first downs to run this clock out. Otherwise, they'll have to give the ball back. Will the Rams go conservative, try to run? You know the Bears are going to play a crash, stop the run here. Play action probably worked really well, especially play action and Bakua coming over the middle. I can see a crossing route here. There's a handoff to Williams. Even McDaniel passing against quarter tells me we are not getting McDaniel. I don't know how it tells you that. Remember, Slovic was the offensive coordinator of Houston the year that Stroud had a great year. Those Super Colors, slight yellow shows Rams win Super Bowl. We're doing that again? All right, 2nd and 8. Stafford hands it off again. Williams getting around the edge. Are you going to get it first? That's a big run. That's a big run. Yo, I really feel like it's going to be McDaniel. We already interviewed enough coaches for the position. I feel like once the interview is done, they'll know they can't pass up. The issue with McDaniel is going to be if he gets a head coaching job. If he doesn't get a head coaching job, we got a shot. So we got to hope he doesn't get one. Then I think we're in play. 1st and goal at the 14. Here's Stafford, hands off again. Williams going to lose a yard. Bears call timeout again. 2nd down. Bears use their 2nd timeout. 2nd and 12. Stafford, hands off again. Williams going to get about a yard, maybe 2. Bears use another timeout. They only use their 2nd timeout here. Oh my, if the Rams win, that means that either Seahawks or the Rams will play San Francisco Super Bowl. Sounds rigged to me. All right, big 3rd and 10. Would you run this or throw it? I'd throw this. Because if you run it, they're going to go to the 2-minute warning and stop the clock. Or use a timeout. I would rather get a first down here. I got to play for the first down here. Stafford going to run it. That's too conservative. I don't like that call. That's, to me, if the Rams lose, it's going to be on that play. Too conservative by the Rams. You got to go for a first down there, in my opinion. Yeah, you got to be aggressive there. You got 2 minutes 7. They got one timeout and a 2-minute warning. You got to run. You got to throw. Rams playing that Toulouse. Yep, overly conservative. It was. I hate the Burst McDaniel ball, but if he does get a head coach job and decides to take off, it will be in Detroit. The weapons that they have better fit than Philly. We'll see. We'll see. All I can tell you is that the reports are that the Eagles and the Lions job he's most interested in is offensive coordinator. So we'll go from there. If he wants to win a Super Bowl, he'll come to Philly. If he wants to lose again, he'll go to Detroit. Who do I have winning the Super Bowl? I think Seahawks are going to win it. What's the chance we get both McDaniel and the ball since they're taking extended look at the ball? Perhaps. I think it's very unlikely. Exactly. That's why I took the field goal. They could have been playing for the win. Yeah, very true. So did I miss the super chat? Oh, I did. Laser Chick, thank you so much for the super chat. Very generous. And Logan, thank you for telling me. Laser Chick, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Philly, love your channel. You cover the birds, aliens, Johnny Ringo. You look like Dizzo and update us with Jerry Jones' age. My family loves it. Thank you, Laser Chick. I really appreciate the donation. I'm sorry I missed this. Thank you so very much. That's very, very generous of you, and it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. And I'm going to continue reporting on those same things. We're going to cover all of it. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Did I ever watch Deadwood? Deadwood. You got to remind. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Tank is gone? Why is Tank gone? What do you mean? I'll stream weekly, yeah. 3 times a week in the all-season. 2 to 3 times a week in the all-season. Fourth and 7. Here's the punt. Oh, boy, that bounces at the midfield and it rolls to the 49. Bears start at their own 49. Plenty of time for the Bears. Wow. How do you miss it? I don't know. I'm an idiot. What can I say? It just got by me. I'm a moron. But I do apologize. Thank you, Eric. Sure going. Yeah, you're right, John. All right, 1st and 10. Minute 50. Caleb throws over the middle. Almost picked off. Almost caught and almost picked off. Watch it now. It's got the Western HBO, right? Yeah, I think I've watched like the first season of it. It wasn't bad. 2nd and 10. Caleb back to pass, looks, throws, caught. First down at the 32. If the Bears score, do you go for 2? I don't. I play overtime. Loveland comes out limping. I don't. I would kick the field goal. Williams hands off Swift. Swift going to get first down up to the 19-yard line. It's crazy. They still got their timeout left. Boy, the Eagles can't move like that, can they? Williams back to pass, looks, throws, caught at the 12. Second down. Clock is running. Definitely go for 2. That's ballsy. That's ballsy. 2nd and 4. Williams back to pass, looks, throws, incomplete. 31 seconds left. 3rd and 4. No, they never go. Like maybe once every other game, they'll do it for like one series. All right. 3rd down. Big 3rd and 4. You got one timeout left if you're Chicago. Williams back to pass. Looking. Throws in the end zone. Incomplete. This is the game right here. 4th down. Yep. Loveland's not in the game, is he? Did Loveland check back in? 27 seconds left. This is the game right here. Loveland left the game. I don't know if he came back in. Timeout. Rams. Not over. Nope. You don't need a touchdown here. You just need a first down. Yeah, Loveland hasn't checked back in yet. Fourth and 4. This is a game. The Bears. You just need a first down. You don't need a touchdown here. You still got a timeout. Just get the first down. Rams show blitz. Williams back to pass, looking, get pressured, running for his life. He's in trouble. He's going to just throw it up. Oh my God, he caught it, touchdown. How the fuck? How the freak did he throw that ball? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. He threw that on his back foot, 40 yards. Holy shit. Unbelievable throw. Unbelievable. Wow. I can't believe he made that throw. Here's a tie the game up. And it's good. Wow. I cannot believe that throw. I cannot believe he got that throw to a guy. That is insane, dude. Dude, I mean, he went back like 20 yards. He's got a friggin' arm, dude. He runs back all the way to the 40-yard line. He threw that from the 40-yard line. Jeez. He ran back 20 yards to the 40-yard line, throws it off his back foot into the corner of the end zone. Unbelievable. That is a friggin' unbelievable throw. Holy crap. Wow. I mean, I love Hurts, but Kayla is him. That's why I want to see from Hurts. This guy is balls in clutch game. He's got an arm. I mean, he's got a cannon, dude. That's unbelievable throw. Yeah, that is an unbelievable throw. This is what can you do? He threw that close to 50 yards, no legs into it. None. 18 seconds left. Here's the return. Stuffed at the 26. McVay is literally stunned. Looked good in the end zone. Jeez. One of the greatest throws. That throw was ridiculous. That throw was ridiculous. Unbelievable friggin' throw. My God. Mark looks unimpressed. That's because Caleb Williams is about to have as many wins as Dak Prescott. Well, we going to overtime. That's fitting. I can't believe he made that throw. I cannot believe he made that throw, dude. I don't know many quarterbacks could make that throw. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he was at the 40-yard line and threw that with no legs in it. It was just all arm. Yeah, it's the best throw. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. We go to overtime now. If we really hired Jim Bob Cooter. I ain't watching, but I just pulled the replay. I didn't even know it was snowing in Cold Tooth. That's impressive. It was. Yeah, Randall could make that throw. I agree with you there. Seattle put 40 on the poor Niners defense, and our offensive coaches couldn't muster 25. I know. You need the Bears. You might get it. Bears calling heads. So Rams get the ball first. All right, here we go. Yeah, Vic could make that throw. I've seen Vic make throws like that. Bears are lucky they won't beat Seattle. I think they're gonna have a hard time too. He should have sprinted to his right immediately once he felt pressure. Oh wait. Unbelievable throw. That was crazy. Yeah, Cunningham could throw that. Cunningham could throw 70 yards with his arm easy. These cold weather games suck. I want domes everywhere. Ugh. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. Oh, man. If I had to guess, I think Seattle's going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah. Oh, Cunningham was incredibly talented. That was crazy, man. So it's not just the throw. It's the yeah, right. Well, that's the thing. It's not just the throw. It's the moment he did it. 4th down, 17 seconds in the playoffs, and you're down 7. That's freaking amazing, dude. If they let Williams run, it's over. If you're the Rams, you've got to go down and score right now. Like you can't give them the ball back after that. Like you can't give them the ball back, I should say, without having a lead. If you don't have a lead when you get the ball back, they're in trouble. A lot of overtime turnovers, 3-4 points a game in the last 2 minutes. Yeah. That's crazy. Leon, thank you for Super Chat. Jalen would have taken a sack. Caleb is nice, man. Yeah, he's got the arm. He's got the arm. Unbelievable. You got away with the push. Yeah. The defensive back kind of lost him, though. All right, here we go. Rams return it. It's going to get to the 27. I think if the Rams don't come away with points here, at least 3, at the very least, I think they're going to lose. Yeah, he's got a great arm. All right, let's see what the Rams got. Here's the handoff. Williams going to get about 7-8 yards. Second down. No, Hurts don't have that kind of arm. He doesn't have that arm. I don't think many guys in the NFL have that kind of arm. I'm just being honest. That's a ridiculous throw. Second and 3. Stafford hands it off. They're going to be short of a first down. And see if 49ers get blown out. We need a game like this, right? 30 other quarterbacks don't have that arm. I mean, most quarterbacks in the league don't have that arm. I'm sorry. Third down. Big third down here for the Rams. If they give this ball back without scoring, I think they're in trouble. 3rd and 1. Here's the handoff. He's going to get short. Oh, he broke a tackle. Still not enough. 4th down. I think the Rams are in trouble. Trouble by the Rams. Yeah, play calling too conservative, dude. What? I don't understand that play call right there. Williams throwing a pick 6. I don't know. With all the momentum going the Bears' way, I think they're going right down the field. All they need is a field goal now. Here's Devernay going to fair catch at the 15. Yeah, Bears got all the juice right now. That's true. A field goal wins it. Field goal wins it because the Rams had the first possession. All they need is 3. At their own 16, Williams under center. Williams, play action, rolls to his left. Looks, going to throw it. Commit. It's going to get a first down. Bears say about to go crazy. It is. That's first down. Yeah, we know. I agree. Here's A.L. Swift loses about 4 yards. That's a huge play by Verts. Second down. All right, second and 13. Williams, back to pass, looks, throws, caught more. That's going to be third and short now. Yeah, 3rd and 6. Field goal to over a comeback kid, do it. Yeah. Got to get a first down here, though. 3rd and 4. Big third down. Big third down. Williams back to pass, looking, getting pressured. Rolls out, looks, gonna run. He's gonna get it. First down. Oh, he got it. Sunflower died, hit the leg. Thank you, my man, Chris. Caleb Williams keeps it, runs around the edge, and gets the first down. He just goes. Kev Swift. First down. First and 10. Williams, back to pass, looking. Mum guy is going to get about 4. Devontae, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, as someone that's from the DMV, seeing Caleb ball out like this is so much fun. Chicago, you all found a generational quarterback in the Iceman. You're right. That's a great name for him, man. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, he's from DC area, right? 2nd and 4. What's good, 500? Haven't want you since you lost. Well, what's going on, buddy? 2nd and 4. The 44. Here's a pitch out to Swift. Swift lose 4 yards. F. Hammond, thank you for the super chat, my man. Caleb looks a bit faster than Jalen now. Oh, yeah. He definitely does. That's a big loss right there. That's a big loss. Third down. Third and 6. Big third down. Here's a blitz. Williams looks, throws, caught. Come in. He's short. He's short in like an inch. He's short a foot. You got to go for it, right? They're going for this. They're going for this. It's going to come down to which offense play caller has the most balls to snatch opportunity away from the. I agree. And so far, it's been the Bears. I thought McVay's been a little, whatchamacallit. Williams going to run, get it, first down, up at midfield. That was the cooter push, yeah. Caleb Williams, great play. Great call. Great call. First and 10 at the 50. Williams, pitch it. Nungba, gain of 2. McVay got a little too conservative. When they could have run the clock, they go for that run on third down was stupid. And then they were a little bit conservative on that first play of overtime. 2nd and 8 at the 48. Caleb back to pass. Looking. Got all day to throw. Fires. He picked off. Intercepted. Oh my God, what a crazy game. He threw an interception. 3rd pick. That's what we used to do. Jalen would run this year partly. Oh, we have 3 now. Yeah? Knew it. That's crazy. Now the Rams, can they take advantage? Bad throw. Moore looked like he slowed down on the route. 1st and 10 Rams now at the 22. Stafford and around to Puka. He's going to get about 3. They do. They need him to step up. Rams go up tempo. Stafford back to pass, looks, throws, caught. Parkinson, 1st down. I like they go up tempo. They're going up tempo again. First and 10 at the 41. Stafford back to pass, looking, throws. What a throw that was! Adams to catch. Dude, that's a great throw too. Holy shit. That's a great throw. Holy shit. Wow, Stafford. Wow. What a throw. They're going to review it. See if he got his feet down. That was a hell of a throw, though. My God, man. Let's see. 1, 2. That's a catch. Looks like a catch to me. Good night, Bears. I think that's a catch. 1, 2, catch. That's a catch. Definitely a catch. That's a great throw by Stafford. I like how the Rams get the ball back and they come out and they go up tempo. You think it would kill the Eagles to ever go up tempo? That's a catch, dude. That's a catch. Damn. The Rams go up tempo. I like it. Hate to admit that wouldn't have. Hate to admit we wouldn't have beat any of these guys. Not the way they're playing. All right. Call stands. That's a catch. Friggin' Stafford changes everything up with up tempo. I love it. I love that call. All right, 1st and 10 Rams at the 46. Stafford under center. They need another 10 yards at least. Stafford, handoff. Corum, going to get a couple. Watch McKee make them throw the 2026. Tanner Manning next. We will see. Up tempo again. I like it. 2nd and 6. Stafford looks, throws, deflected. Big down. 3rd and 6. Timeout Rams. Yeah, get it right. You got to get it right on this down. First down puts the Bears in big trouble. All right, here we go. Big down. Third and 6. Stafford back to pass. Looks, throws, caught. First down. And then some Nacua at the 30 to 27-yard line. Wow. That's a great quick pass. Puka. They got the Bears now. Dead to right. Quick throw. I love it. First and 10. Here's a handoff. You're gonna run 3 times if you're the Rams, right? You're gonna run 3 times here. You run one, you're gonna run it again. Go run it again. They're gonna run it again. They might kick it on 3rd down. Here's another hand. Oh, timeout. Rams timeout. Run up the gut. Yep. Thank you, Samuel. Go. The Bears are home. I flip. I hate Stafford. I hope the Seahawks destroy them. Bears are in trouble. All right, 2nd and 7. Stafford looks, going to throw, going to go to the end zone. Incomplete. 4th down. This is it. This is the game right here. I wanted the Bears to win, but it is what it is. I hear you. 3rd and 7. Stafford back to pass. Going to throw it again to the end zone. Incomplete. 4th down. Oh, man, he had a chance at that. Good play, CJ. 4th down. Here we go. To win the game. Will the Bears use a timeout? Why do I think he's going to miss this? Here's the kick. It is up. It's good. The Rams win. What a friggin' game that was. Big win by the Rams. The Bears had them. They had them where they want them. And they couldn't hold on. That should have been us winning that game right there. Kayla, I know that hurts. Down goes Frazier. Chicago fans should be pissed. They had him, man. That Caleb interception. Caleb does such beautiful things, but then way too many turnovers. He has way too many turnovers. Seattle, Denver, Super Bowl? Yeah, I think you're right. Well, I don't know if Denver's going to win because they got no quarterback. Looks like it's going to be New England. Well, I think Seattle's going to lose. I think the Rams could win. Rams can beat the Seahawks. Don't mind the Rams win. They could beat the Seahawks. I don't think the Bears beat the Seahawks, but I think the Rams could. I don't know. They didn't do it. They had their chance. They had their chance. CJ is going home too. Yes, he is. So you think the last drive was on Williams or Moore? I have to look at it again. Moore did look like he slowed up, but I still have to look like Williams missed that. Yeah, I mean, he had 3 interceptions in this game, so it is a good game, though. Way better than last night's game, that's for sure. Next weekend, it should be interesting. The NFC Championship game will be interesting. AFC Championship game, I don't know what to make of that. We'll find out. We'll be streaming both of them, though. But let me thank everybody for joining me tonight. I truly, truly appreciate it. It was a fun time. I had a great time. Yeah, it's going to be Seattle, Rams, NFC, and Patriots, Denver in the AFC. So, yeah, next week, next Sunday, NFC Championship, AFC Championship game. Yep. It should have been us, Clark. I agree. It's crazy. You got Patriots, Steelers, or Seattle. I could see that. I mean, I think New England's going to beat Denver because of the quarterback situation. But you never know. And then as far as the NFC champion, I kind of think the Rams could beat Seattle. But it's going to be an interesting game. Wasted season is right. You ain't kidding, dude. Caleb picked Scott. We should have known the game was over 9. I know, right? He would have been kept. Give up now? Liam, I don't care about none of the teams. Boycott the Super Bowl. Broncos and Seattle. We'll see. We'll see what Seattle looks like with their quarterback. I mean, they don't got Bo Nix. So they don't have their starting quarterback. We got to see what... I don't even know anything about this kid Stidham or whatever. I know nothing about him. So we'll find out. It's going to be interesting. But anyway, so I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm going to stream the championship game tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. Probably leaning towards not and just having a video. But I want to thank everybody for joining me, all the super chats, all the likes. And it was a good game. It was a great ending. So, I appreciate that, no doubt. KSF, thank you for super chat. Justin Fields wouldn't have been in that situation. No. He would never have got them there. He would never have gotten them to that point, But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody. I'm not streaming tomorrow. Well, unless I stream the championship, I stream the game. I don't know, but I'm leaning towards not. So don't expect me to be streaming tomorrow. But I'll be streaming Tuesday morning. That's for sure. Unless there's another episode of Hard Knocks, which I don't think there is. But anyways, I feel like the whole playoffs was a golden opportunity loss for the Eagles. All these teams can't not turn over the ball. It should have been us, man. It should have been us. That's how I feel about it. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great, great night. And I will see you guys all later. With that said, peace out. Bo Nix broke his ankle, Lawrence. He broke his ankle. He has surgery Tuesday. He's out for the playoffs. He did it on the second to last play of the overtime. So he's gone for the rest of the playoffs. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great night. Peace.
Come on, guys. 2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dak! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off, it's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking it. Cut it off. It's over.